Affion Crockett, everybody. You don't enjoy the pop story.
Thank you. We appreciate the energy and the love. We've been in the trenches getting this together for the last year through the SAG strike, the writer's strike. It was a lot of bumps in the road, and you know, this is a truly independent thing. Me and him are the studio. There was no studio, there was no bigger production company. It was all of our resources right here. So it's truly independent.
So we got a quick question. Audience, we dig some questions real quick. I got a question for you. What was your inspiration behind this film, bro?
I mean, I'm a hip hop baby. Me and hip hop turned 50 a day apart. So I'm literally, I came out the womb to hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So just growing up through it all, I lived it all. You know what I mean? I remember when I first heard Planet Rock and Curtis Blow, these are Braves basketball, Run DMC, Sucker MCs. And me and Damaine, let me tell you about this guy. This is Damaine Radcliff, by the way. But he and I, it's rare that you walk in this Hollywood world and find people who are as hip hop as you. This dude is a dancer. We're both dancers. We both MCs. We both left-handed. We both nerds, and you know we understand the street too. So he and I used to do rap parodies on YouTube all the time, and this is kind of the nucleus of what started this. We're not just impressionists. This is not a spoof movie, as y'all can tell. Most spoof movies are just silly with scenarios and characters and impressions. Well, we wanted to write a message that's meaningful for the culture, not just hip hop. If you notice, we started with hip hop, and it started out the young heads versus the old heads, and then we went into black culture and how we all need to embrace each other and embrace the healing of ourselves. So that's what inspired it. Me and him being so hip hop, and then us caring about the culture. I gotta shout somebody out real quick, man. Well, actually, come up here, Jevin. Where you at? Jevin Smith. Listen here, man. He played 45 Cent, way too short, WD-40. My guy, Jevin Smith, everybody. Jevin Smith.
What was your inspiration behind the film?
My inspiration, honestly, I mean, I don't know. Can y'all hear me?
Is it on? Okay. Honestly, I've been doing parodies with Affion and Damaine for years, and we just vibe together. So Afe hit me up. He's had this movie for a while now, and he's been talking about it. And he said, yo, you got your impressions ready? I'm like, yeah, who you want? Boom. And I just hit him up. And I said, okay, cool, I'm gonna do, he had 45 Cent, and he asked me, who could I do? I'm like, E40, too short. And I just, even after we got done, I was like, yo, I can do this, I can do that. So, part 2, so y'all make sure on February 23rd, y'all sell out, you know, the theater so we can keep it going. But they're my inspiration, and hip hop is my inspiration.
One more question before I get to the audience.
Amen.
Can you describe the process from you had it in your head to now sit on the film, seeing it here on the screen? What was the process like?
It's surreal. I mean, writing it on a page. I started this script in 2008. So, you know, when you hear stories about like James Cameron making Avatar for 20 years, even though he had a way bigger budget than we did, you understand the process. Like you can have a nucleus of an idea, but not have the resources or the timing to get it done. But because this movie is a large chunk of it is hip hop history, which doesn't change, it was able to stay relevant. You know what I mean? The only thing I had to change was like some of the references of today. We get to today. I swapped in the Joe Budden. It used to be like a 106 in Park show we stopped by, but now it's Joe Budden. So we had to update some of the references for today. But you know, the process was crazy. And then me and Damaine, like I said, we was locked into the lab for the last year. Cut that thing off, man.
There you go.
But yeah, we were just locked down, man. We was locked down to see it like this and to have y'all's reaction to it. Me and this dude stressed ourselves out for months, just in that lab, editing and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. But I'm gonna let Damaine share his.
Give him a rubber hand, please. That's good.
Damaine, what about you, man? What did you feel?
Oh, early. No, it's same. I just, what really made me want to do this movie with Abe is that after reading the script, I realized, as y'all can see, hip hop and there's no pension. There's nothing for hip hop. There's nothing that our forefathers, the people who created the culture, who created this billion-dollar industry, there's no compensation for them. So we wanted to start the conversation that really showcases, that they haven't gotten their just dues. You know what I mean? So if we can start the conversation, we can keep the things going, and we can put it on screen, which lasts forever, because once you're on film, it's forever. So we want to showcase that some of these guys, these people that have been around, they need to be compensated for the work and for the $1 trillion industry that these corporations have been taking over, man. You know what I mean? So I want to give it back to the people. So that's why I made it, and it was just funny, and got to do it with my friends. And that was it.
That was key for me too. I made a movie with the guys I've been doing this stuff with for 20 years. Too often, and this is Pan-African Film Festival, so I know a lot of y'all are filmmakers in here. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times you try to make a movie with executives or investors, and you got a lot of people over your shoulder giving you notes. We didn't have any of that. We just did the movie that we thought was the best, and that was what it was for us. And we also made it because we're tired of being told no and what we can't do. We are real filmmakers. We're real filmmakers. We did a spoof movie, but that's not all we do. You know what I'm saying? So this is Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, like Stephen Cable Jr. Like we really do film, like the rest of y'all do too. So take us seriously. That's what we're telling people.
Anybody? Can you introduce yourself, please?
Eric Howery is my name. I'm a filmmaker. I love the film. I love the way how you just maneuvered it. But my question is, like the personalities who are in the film, like Brady and all the others, all the big names. Did you get clearance for that, or are they still in the film?
No. Parody, fair use. It's comedy, it's satire. In Living Color, Saturday Night Live, they don't go and get permission every week when they want to do a parody of somebody, right? And to give us an extra layer, we changed everybody's name, as y'all saw. And we're friends with a lot of
all the
people.
guys. Like history, the throwaway character that I've done. My first job out of high school, I worked for Rockefeller Records. So I was the videographer following around all the artists for like years around the world. So I used to do that freeway character to all of them since I'm talking 1999, 2000. So they love it. They love it, and they know no problem with it.
And they know that it's coming from a place of love.
Of course.
Like we are of the culture as well.
Have they seen the film? Are you?
No. You guys are the second audience.
Second audience that ever seen it.
Let's go. Let's go with the festival. Introduce yourself, please.
Yes, I'm Angela Nirvana. And my question to you is, when is it going national to all the theaters? And will every junior high and high school student be in the building? Because they need to see this.
Like I said, we are fully independent. We do have a limited run with AMC coming up that starts next week. Limited, don't clap yet. It's very limited. But listen, our prayer is that the world sees this movie. Overseas, people in the UK and Germany, they're asking how can they see this just off the trailer. So that tells us that we have power worldwide. You know what I mean?
I have to commend you because they are distorting the history and the legacy of hip hop all over social media, giving credit where it's not due. So thank you.
She sounds like the female terrorist one.
We will be here forever. Appreciate it. Mr. Arnold
Thank you.
Turner. These are the introductions. Mr. Arnold Turner, we have a question right here.
AT.
AC, can you talk about what is the final count of how many characters you played today?
I still haven't counted them.
Okay.
We need Guinness.
How long did it take you to do the changeover between characters while you're on set?
Shout out to our makeup artist and hair, Quelly Calderon and Karen Rose on hair. Quelly has been my makeup artist. We're friends first. We all met in church. Me, her, and Jev. We met in church 20 years ago, and then she was my makeup artist from Wild 'N Out all the way up to every other thing I've ever done. She's amazing. Look, I don't know how we switched out so fast, Arnold. It was the day we did the Flavor in Your Ear remix video was the same day that we did all the album cover reshoots and the Ice-T. So it was like 50, 60 characters that they had to switch us out like in minutes. So that was all one day. So I commend them. Quelly and Karen was our angels on set.
We can take one more question. This distinguished lady right there. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Bossy Kalfani. I just want to say brilliant acting, brilliant movie. I congratulate you all for a wonderful movie. We saw it opening night, and my dad, he could barely see, but he just loved it. He said he wants to see it again.
Wow.
And what I wanted to ask all of you, like, what is your process to getting into character, playing all these different, impersonations? Like, what is your process with your mind and everything like that?
All right. I guess I'll go first.
Honestly, I'll just, I look at the characters, like the 45 Cent. He barely, I just go into like this, and he barely over there, so I look at that. And then, of course, coaching, like on set, because there was a way that I did, 50 Cent, and Ace was like, no, dude. And I was like, okay, and it brings out, so it's coaching, and it's, just studying people and looking like those funny quirks. You just enhance it, or you keep doing it. Like E40, he always do ooh, so everything was ooh. You know what I'm saying? Pimp, and he talks about cheese, so I was like, let me name some cheeses. So, you just study the rappers, you study them, and you look at, that thing that makes them them. For me.
For me, it was harder because I had to direct and I had to jump in character all in like the same day, like back and forth, flipping back and forth, like. And then playing historic characters, like when we did Kumo G rap battle versus Busy Bean, that battle has never been seen before. Like if you go on YouTube,
it was a real rap battle.
It was a real rap battle. That was the original, first battle that started rap battling, and you only can hear it on YouTube. They have the audio.
It was the first battle that was the difference between a party MC and now lyricism. Lyrical MCs took over from that battle.
So, we just wanted to create it in a unique and funny way. So for me, I've been doing these characters for so long, so it was easy for me to just sort of jump into them. But it was
brilliant to watch him, get the set in order. Like, man, get the light up, and da-da-da-da. And he'll sit down and be like, early. And he will lock right in while multitasking. Like, it's great to watch.
Shout out to AJ Johnson for being here. Thank you for coming.
Hey, AJ from House Party and other legendary things. AJ Johnson. Shout out to Sierra. How many more cast members that came out?
Stand up, please.
Everybody
Stand up, please.
Is that Zach? Zach Yanni, what up? Sierra, she played Queen Latifah. He played our mixtape guy. Who gathered us up about black culture and African culture. He ain't never seen us in his village.
My last question to all of you: how can we further support this movie? Links, whatever we need to do to support this movie to make it go big.
So the 23rd, that's the date that we have from AMC, right? Tickets go on sale. I think we're in 74 theaters. They're supposed to all go on sale on Tuesday. We're hoping that it shows up because we have, technology
available right now to go buy.
But please just tell your friends, tell everybody.
Tell everybody. Tell everybody. In the nation to buy a ticket as soon. And again, this is fully independent, man. This ain't no big studio movie. I saw some people with their phones out earlier. Favor, please don't post on social media. Please don't post any clips and all that kind of stuff.
Also, I want to thank Pat for opening up the space for us.
Shout out to Pat.
Twice, 30 years.
His story, man.
Thank you for allowing us to screen. And you guys, thank you all for being here for 2 hours in a place that has absolutely no air conditioning. Thank you guys. I really appreciate this. Thank you, Pat.
Yes. No, you guys were given a ballot when you came in. Make sure you cast your ballot. Everybody put a 5. The movie was really phenomenal.
Thank y'all. Just thank y'all. Whatever y'all rated, we just thank y'all for enjoying it. Thank you.
You guys look for the pictures? Yes, you got pictures coming. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you give the volunteer your ballot. Thanks for doing it. Thank you.